Today, we're going to prove, using Christian logic, that God is the devil. If you actually read the Bible with comprehension, not belief, the book itself shows you that God is doing the work Christians blame on the devil. No insults, no emotions, no outside systems, just reading comprehension plus logic. This is why I say comprehension is a skill, because when you actually comprehend the Bible, not quote it, not believe it, not defend it, the book tells you who the real devil is by action, not by name. Christianity survives on misreading, not understanding. So today we're not attacking the Bible, we're reading it properly. Step 1. Comprehension starts with definitions. Before you read any book, you define terms. Christians define the devil as the one who creates evil, causes suffering, deceives people, kills, destroys, punishes, rules through fear. Now comprehension asks one question: who actually performs these actions in the Bible? Not who gets blamed. Who does them? Step 2. The Bible tells you God creates evil. This is not symbolism. This is a direct statement. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Comprehension means you don't skip words. Create means bring into existence. Evil is not accidental. Evil is not rebellion. So the source of evil, by definition, is God. Step 3. God does the killing, not the devil. This is where comprehension exposes the lie. In the Bible, God floods the earth, God destroys cities, God kills children, God orders genocides, God sends plagues, God burns people alive, God invents eternal punishment. Nowhere does the devil do anything on this scale. So logically, the most destructive being in the Bible is God. That's not opinion, that's literacy. Step 4. God deceives on purpose. Christians say, the devil is the deceiver, but comprehension reveals this verse. 1 Kings 22:23. The Lord has put a lying spirit in the mouths of these prophets. That means lies are authorized. Deception is intentional. God uses falsehood as a tool. So deception, the devil's supposed specialty, comes from God. Step 5. God manipulates human choices. Christians talk about free will. The Bible contradicts them. Exodus 9:12. The Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. Comprehension matters here. Pharaoh didn't choose resistance. God caused it, then punished him for it. That is coercion. That is entrapment. That is exactly how Christians describe the devil. Step 6. Satan has no independence. In Job 1, Satan needs permission, has boundaries, cannot act freely. Reports to God, comprehension tells you, a being without autonomy is not an enemy. Every action Satan takes is approved first, so blaming Satan is blaming God's delegated function. Step 7. God and Satan are interchangeable in the text, same event. 2 explanations. 2 Samuel 24:1. God causes it. 1 Chronicles 21:1. Satan causes it. Comprehension reveals why. Same action, same outcome, different name, because the name changes to protect God's image, not because the source changes. Step 8. Satan is a role, not a being, in Hebrew. Satan means adversary, accuser, prosecutor. That's not a personal name, that's a job description. So Satan is not God's enemy. Satan is God operating as opposition, same authority, different function. Step 9. God creates fear and calls it holiness. Christians fear hell, judgment, eternal punishment. Comprehension asks, who created hell? God. Who enforces punishment? God. Who designed eternal suffering? God. The devil doesn't rule hell, God does. So fear, the devil's main weapon, is designed and enforced by God. Step 10. The book tells you who the devil is. If you can read, this is the part belief blocks. The Bible never hides God's behavior. People just rename it. When God kills, they call it justice. Lies, they call it wisdom. Punishes eternally, they call it love. But when those same actions are imagined elsewhere, they call it the devil. That's not theology, that's branding. This is why I say comprehension is a skill, because if you actually read the Bible, God creates evil, God deceives, God kills, God manipulates, God punishes eternally, God controls Satan. Satan has no autonomy. Satan is a role, so the book itself shows you. God is doing the work Christians assign to the devil. The devil is not God's enemy. The devil is God's cover story. This is the real-world proof. Non-religious people don't fear demons. Scientists don't fight Satan. People who leave Christianity stop experiencing spiritual attacks, because the enemy only exists where the belief exists. Remove Christianity, and both God and the devil vanish. Final conclusion, using Christian logic only. God creates evil. God kills, deceives, and punishes. God controls Satan. Satan acts only with permission. Satan is a role, not a rival. God performs every action attributed to the devil. Therefore, God is not fighting the devil. God is the devil, by function. The devil is just the name Christianity uses to protect God's image while God does the damage.